Hi, sweet friends. Are you ready for some spring decorating? If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Rebecca. Welcome. My husband and I are empty nesters in our home. All of our children are up and grown and on their own. I have had a blast sharing all of my decorating ideas with you guys. So what do I have for you today? Today we're going to be in my entry area, and I'm going to share my living room as well. Our home is an open concept. When you walk in this door, I have created an entryway. Our living room is over here, and then dining room is also in this huge same room. I have some new items that I'm sharing for the spring season, and I got some new furniture, so I'm excited about sharing that. So if you haven't already, I would appreciate that you hit the like button. That really helps my channel, helps YouTube to put it out there. And if you're new and you like this kind of content, be sure and hit that subscribe button. So let's just go ahead and get started. Here in my entryway, guys, you can see I have my arches up there on the wall just above my bench. Now the arches and the bench and the Farm Charm sign, I think everything you see here except for the vintage crock has came from Hobby Lobby. The pillow cover was from Amazon, and I'll give you a close-up. But I have the little farmhouse style buffalo check rug at my front door. Over here in the vintage crock, I have a tree that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. And the wreath up on, let me give you a close-up. The wreath that I picked was Hobby Lobby online. And I don't know about you guys, but when I go into the store and I'm looking in the wreath area, I get so overwhelmed that I can't decide. So I have found that shopping online, Hobby Lobby, gives me a more clear vision of what I'm looking for. So I got a couple of these little wreaths. These are new, and they have just the little white berries or beads on them, just to really give it a little highlight in the green. And the high sign and the hooks all came from Hobby Lobby. That basket was from clearance, spring, I think last year clearance from Hobby Lobby, and I love the woven texture to it. The other little basket hanging there came from Amazon. I think I paid $12.88 for that little basket. And in it is some of my homemade cloth fabric tulips that I made last year, and I even gave some away. And just below that is another little plant stand that I got on clearance from Hobby Lobby last spring. And the bunnies from Hobby Lobby. The crock was a vintage find, and I just added some of the tulips, and I believe I got all of those bunches of tulips from Hobby Lobby. Over here on the bench is just a little watering can. I think that came from Hobby Lobby quite a few years ago. I had it in my last home, and then the throw blanket in the mint green was from Amazon. And if it's something you're looking for, anything from Amazon, I do have an Amazon storefront. You can go in and look for those items listed under Spring Shop. And then the yellow florals, those were from Amazon.com, and I placed those in the little watering can. So that is my entryway, guys. So let's go ahead. Moving over here to my console table that sits behind my sofa. So when you come in the entrance, you see my bench, and right behind the sofa, this is my console table. Now I leave the woven baskets, they stay under there permanently. That's where I like them. And I haven't changed too much. I just added a different blanket for the spring. Put some different florals. I do like the light green, and I did get that from Hobby Lobby online. Like I said, I can pick those florals out online a lot better than I can when I go in the store because I get so overwhelmed. I left the spread on top of the console that I had placed there for the winter. I really like how it brightens that up because it is sort of like a dark brownish gray on the top, and that just brightens it up for the spring. But I have some new items, and if you remember, I did a video on some of my live plants that I just planted, and I love how that looks. Now these are some new items. I have the rabbit. It looks like a concrete. It's not concrete, but it looks like a concrete rabbit. And then I have the little seedling terracotta planters in the cloche. And originally I got the large cloche. This all came from cotton and crete. The bunny and the large cloche, which I'll show a picture. But to fill that large cloche, it was going to take about maybe 4 or 5 orders of these little terracotta seedling pots, but I only ordered one. So I decided to order this beautiful cloche from Michael's. And I just love the wooden handle on the top, and I love the base of it. So that is one order of that from Michael's. And I just love how it has turned out. And my plant is thriving, and I water it once a week. You can see there is some new leaves that's already popping up on that. But I just love their stuff. I'll put their link in the description box if it's something you're looking for. And I just love how this turned out. And this is all new, and I'm loving it for this spring. Moving over to my living room area, you can see at my back door those yellow buffalo check valance that I got from Amazon. I have hung up there for the spring, and I love the bright and airy color that it brings. The lantern hanging on the wall came from Hobby Lobby, and that just has a little faux candle, battery operated candle. And I have kept my drapes up there. I've thought about changing them out, but I'm just going to clean them for the spring, hang them back up for this year. I do have some plans of changing out this living room a little bit more. This chair is going to go out of this room, but I will be doing that probably for the summer, and I can't wait to share that with you. Over here on the little table that my husband's grandfather made back in 1942, we just cherished that. Love the color of the wood. And I have his grandfather's Bible there on that table, along with the little creamer with some white tulips added to it. The little bunny came from Hobby Lobby, and the tall skinny lamp came from Hobby Lobby quite a few years ago. Now, moving over to my fireplace, I've added a wicker basket and some spring florals I added in there. we have our fireplace cleaned up for the spring. And what we do is we just take, you can see the kind of texture that's in there, but we take some scrubbing bubbles and spray it in there, scrub it up just a little, wipe it down with a lot of paper towels. Now that's my birch wood that I put in there for the spring and the summer, and then in the fall we'll take that out and we'll start burning some real wood. And anyway, we do clean the fire grate in there as well, take it out and spray it with the scrubbing bubbles, and that's what works the best and cleans that area up for the summer. And you say, well, why clean it? Because the burnt wood smell gets pretty strong in the house, so I do like to clean it up and freshen it up. Over here on this little riser is just some candles, and all of that came from Hobby Lobby, and the dough bowl behind it was one that I ordered from Amazon.com. Just some little keys hanging there, and over here was just a little sign, Home Sweet Home. Up on the mantle, I left my demi jars and just added some florals, white florals, to the already twigs that I had in there for the winter. And the little birds are still in there. If you look, you can see. I left the mirror that I got from Hobby Lobby. I really like how that looks up there, and I think I'm gonna leave it as a permanent piece. On the mantle is the clock that my husband had made for me, and I decided to put it on the mantle, and I think it looks very good there. Along with 3 little candlesticks, and I got those, I believe, from Hobby Lobby, and the little short candles also was a 4-pack from Hobby Lobby. Over here on my TV stand, I don't have anything. You can see me in there. Over here on my TV stand, I just added some bunnies and a little bit of greenery in the dough bowl, and my little faith sign, home sign. All of that came from Hobby Lobby. And then I didn't change anything over here in my tall lantern. It still has the 2 candles and the battery operated candles in those candlesticks that I got. The candlesticks came from Hobby Lobby on clearance for like $5 a piece. Now, this is what I want to show you. Moving around, here it is. My 2 new pieces of furniture are my end tables. They do match my console table. They had 2 different styles. They had one style about the same size without the drawers, and then they had this style. And we are so happy. At the bottom, I just decided to leave some odd and end black pieces that I had that will show up under there. And I just love how these all come together in my living room area. Those are the 2 new vases that I got from Hobby Lobby this year. You've probably seen it in my spring haul. And I added some greenery that I got from Hobby Lobby online. And this was what they call the asparagus stems. So I placed them in each one of those, and I love how it looks. I love the texture. Those are pillow covers on my sofa, over my pillows. I love the little window box pattern on those, and wanted something just light and bright for spring, so I added those. And the throw blanket was one that I thrifted at a yard sale for $3, and I just love that it has the boxed weave to it, so I just added that. And then over here on the other table. Those lamps on the end table I got from Hobby Lobby several years ago, and I added just a couple of the little wood, natural looking vases that I got from Hobby Lobby quite a few years ago. And underneath, I just added a little bunny for spring, and that picture frame, the distressed picture frame, was one that I thrifted from Goodwill many years ago and just now getting it out. And that's a picture of my honey and me on our first visit to Hawaii. And I thought that I would bring that out for spring and summer. And then just behind it is just a little riser with a hurricane lamp in the black color, so that it really makes a statement under there. So I am very happy to get those pieces of furniture, and if it's something you're looking for, I do have it listed in my Amazon storefront under furniture. So I was happy to get those, and I just love the distressed wood. I'll give you a close-up here. And like I said, it does match my console table behind my sofa. So